Hi guys, welcome back. Right, so we've made our little sake pot. I've extended and improved the neck a little bit. That just needs to be reshaped when it's fully dried. I've made a lid which goes on the top, which can also act as a little sake cup or sake. Right, that needs a little bit of fettling, but basically we're going to make another 4 sake cups. To go with it. So we're starting off with 4 pieces of clay, all the same size roughly, all the same weight, and we're just going to cover them with a wet wipe, if I can actually, just to make sure they don't dry out too quickly while we're working. Right, so first things first, roll it into a nice ball. So we just, as you do when you're kids with plasticine and what have you, just roll it from the square into the round. Make sure it's as round as you can get. And basically, we're going to aim for about that size, which is a traditional dinner time socialising sake cup size. So we start from the round, and again we're just making a pinch pot, so we just press our thumb into the top, and we just keep going and going and going until we are at the correct depth, which is about the same depth as my fingernail, and then we just start pinching and turning as we go. So simplicity itself. And the whole point of these little cups is that when you're out with friends in Japan, could be at the karaoke or at the sushi bar or wherever, and you're drinking sake, the whole point of it is not to get drunk. Not like going out on a night out in England or in Britain. The whole point is to be sociable. So as you are sitting there talking with your friends, drinking your sake, you never pour your own drink. Somebody's sending me a message. You never pour your own drink. And generally speaking, it should always be the person to your left who pours your drink. And they're always into these little tiny cups. That way, even though you're always drinking and somebody's always filling up your little cup, you never get too drunk. And it's all about being social, so you never pour your own. And if your friends think you're getting a little bit too tipsy, they just slow down and don't pour quite as much for you. Right, so where are we up to? So we're just turning and pinching as we go. Now the bottoms of these are going to be flat, but I'm also going to leave the inside slightly rounded, because again that limits how much sake you can actually put into the cup. Now there is a good rule of thumb that sometimes goes with sake bottles, is if you do the lid the same size, so if you do the cup the same size as your lid, but I want these to be a little bit deeper. So as we go, we're just pinching. They're not going to be anything too flash, and don't forget they shrink when they dry as well. I'm only going to be about 1 inch deep. Just big enough for a single tot of sake. Right, and then I'm just going to push the base down just to neaten it up a bit. So I'll put a crack on there. Yeah, well, that might add to it when we decorate. That's number one. And we shall just put that to one side and we shall let that start to dry. And we get the next one. Right, there we are. 4 rustic sake cups and a sake bottle ready for a sake party. All we have to do now is wait for this to dry and then tidy and decorate. Yeah. Cheers guys.